All right, so welcome back. The one thing I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention on the other video for ratios and rates is that when you're talking about a rate, you use the word per, P-E-R. So I don't know if you remember from first quarter, back in the beginning of the school year, but we did talk about that extensively. And the word per means one. So miles per hour. How many miles did I go in 1 hour per hour? How many pounds, or I paid $3 per pound. That means $3 for 1 pound. Okay, you see that? All right. So the constant of proportionality is you're looking at two quantities that are proportional. Another way to look at it is if the ratio and the quantities are equal. So that's another way to look at it. You're trying to determine, are they equal? So let's look at our example. Mario travels 180 miles in 2.5 hours. If he travels at the same rate, how far can he travel in 5 hours? So we already know that for every 180 miles, he is traveling 2.5 hours. So all I have to do for this one is write in 180 miles. Every time 2.5 hours pass, he's gone another 180. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to add 180. I don't know if you can see that. See that? I'm going to add 180 to this. So 180 plus 180 is going to give me 360. So for the first part, now I know for 5 hours, he drove 360 miles. In order to fill out the rest of the chart, you're going to do the exact same thing, okay? So because I did plus 2.5 here. From here to here, I went another 2.5. So if I go from 5 to 7, I have 2.5. And then 7.5 to 10, 2.5. And 10 to 12.5 is 2.5. And what I do to the top, as far as adding or subtracting, I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom. If I had to do 180 to get here, I'm going to add another 180. And then to that answer, I'd add 180. And to that answer, I add 180. Okay? So then let's look at what that's going to be. 360 plus 180. Well, 0 and 0. 8 plus 6 is 14. I carry my 1. I have 1 plus 3 plus 1, 540. You can use a calculator for this, okay? Then I want to do 540 plus 180. So I'm going to say that, and that is 0. 8 and 4 is 12. Carry my 1. 5, 6, 7. At 12.5 hours, we're going to add another 180. And how much are we going to get? 8 and 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 7, 8, 9. So in 12.5 hours, Mario drove 900 miles. When you see a chart like this, that's how you figure this out, okay? You're looking at what's proportional. Right here, these are proportional, and here, these are proportional because they are increasing by the same amount. The amount they're increasing by is exactly the same, okay? So we're going to look at another example. So what we're going to do is we're just going to examine this table. We're going to look at the table and try and figure out what the constant proportionality is. So think back. How did we determine the constant proportionality? We used the letter K. And we said K equals Y, our Y value, divided by our X value. So yes, it does sound kind of confusing because, well, Ms. T, you said that in the alphabet, X comes before Y, which means when I'm filling out my table, I have to do my X first and my Y first. You're correct. when you're trying to figure out the constant of proportionality, the formula, so the equation, is K equals Y over X. You're still putting the X information first this way. When you're doing a graph, in your coordinate pairs, you're still putting your X value first. But for the equation, you flip it. Only for the equation, okay? So if I say 12 and 1, I'm looking at my Y first because I have my Y divided by my X. What is 12 divided by 1? It's going to give me 12. Okay, simple enough. What is 24 divided by 2? So this we did this way, I'll show you the arrows. 24 divided by 2 gives me 12 again. 36 divided by 3 is going to give me 12. And 48 divided by 4 is going to give me another 12. So if I look right here, and this says Y divided by X, and my formula is my constant of proportionality is going to equal whatever this is, then what's my pattern? K equals, what do we see? What is Y over X? The answer is 12. So when you see something like this and you have to figure out what is the constant of proportionality, this is what you want to do. Create a table. Creating the table is the easiest way to do it. Okay? Now each one of these went up by 1. So this went up by 1, this went up by 1, this went up by 1. This went up by 12. From here to here was 12. From here to here was 12. So the sides, my X's are all constant and my Y's are constant. So even though they don't have the same number, so look up here, 2.5 and 180, they're not the same number. However, everything in that value, everything in that part of the table that is going horizontal, all those X values are increasing by the same number. Same thing for my Y values. My Y value here, my Y value here, they are increasing by the same number. So that's how I can tell that, well, this is going to be constant, so this is fine. And then down here, my second example, this is fine because these are constant as well. So my constant of proportionality here is 12. So if you have any questions about this, look back at the notes. You can check the videos that are going to be attached. Or that's not, well, it's in the assignment. So the assignments that you're going to get for the constant of proportionality, that is going to be on Khan Academy. And within the assignments, there should be a tab or like a little, like a menu type pane on the left. And you can click the videos. Also in the assignment, if you forget, if you get confused, if you don't remember how to do it, there are videos attached to help you remember, and you can also ask for a hint, okay? So don't think that, I don't remember this was too long ago, Miss T is not here to help me, Miss Khan's not here to help me, Miss Cox is not here to help me. That's okay. You do have help, and you can still email us those questions. You can send a video, as long as it's okay with your parents, that you're sending a video to your teacher showing us where you're getting stuck, so that we can see and respond to you in the same way, okay? Go ahead, and if you want to take a picture, I'm also going to upload these notes on Google Classroom so that you can see the notes as well. So you'll have these notes, plus you'll have the notes from Khan Academy, and hopefully any notes that you brought home from first quarter, okay? Take your time. There's no rush. You don't have to try and get everything done in one day. And I will see you on the next video.